Today's video was asked for by a viewer who wanted me to talk about doing a video for people who feel as though their life has been wasted or they've lost a lot of their life through having bad times from when they were young growing up. And so that's what I thought I'd cover in this video. I'm not going to be talking about something new in this video. I'm going to be talking about things that I've talked about before, but I think are relevant in this case. A lot of people think that life doesn't amount to much, unless, of course, you become a big success. And that isn't the truth. I want to give you a quick insight to what happened to me. At 30 years old, I lost a business and pretty much everything that went alongside it. I had a wife, a son who was just 4, and another who was just a couple of weeks old. And it was at that time that I did something really stupid, trusting someone to look after my business while I spent Christmas with my new baby and family. The damage that was done in that time ended up causing me to lose pretty much everything. And you see, I had a business. I'd been working for myself since I was 20, and I thought I was doing okay. But you see, success isn't about owning a business. It's not about being an executive of sorts. It's not like that. I like to think that even though I lost my business, I was still a success. Now that sounds silly, doesn't it? But the truth of the matter is, I perceive success as doing something using your own morals and your own ethics. Having this path that you're on that leaves you with integrity. And I think that I'd done that right up until the time that we lost our business. I made a mistake. It's as simple as that. And even when we lost that business and I felt like my life was in ruins, the thing that overrid it all for me was that I felt I'd done everything in the right way. I knew I'd made a mistake, but I thought I'd done everything for the right reasons. From there, it took me probably another 10 years to get back onto my feet. But this is the thing, you know, those 10 years that it took me from when I lost my business until I finally got back on my feet again weren't wasted years. They weren't years that made me feel like I'd wasted my life. Because the things that happened in those 10 years as I scrabbled about to try and move on again, all taught me lessons, all taught me things that would help me into the future. And so although I didn't look outwardly like a success, the things that I'd been doing helped push me forward. Now, I'm not talking about financial success or anything like that. I'm talking about a success where you get back on your feet and you feel good about the way that you did it because you'd gone about it in a moral and ethical way, and you did it in a way that felt like you did it in your terms. So what we all get wrong is we think of terms of success based on what society around us teaches us. Society around us teaches us that you've got to have big cars, big flash houses. You could be a celebrity or a sports star. You're going to make the papers and all that sort of thing. And they treat that as a success. But that isn't it. Success is different for each and every one of us. But what you have to do is start measuring it in terms of your own character. If you do that, then you are a success, no matter what the rest of the world thinks. I talked about this in my grief video the other day about when you lose somebody. And I was talking about people passing on, but it acts the same in relationships. When you come out of a relationship, your life can feel like it's come to an end. And I understand that. But what you realize is when you come out of a relationship, you're not the same person you were going into it. And that doesn't mean to say that you're a failure. What it means is you've changed over time, you've evolved, you've transformed into a different person. And that's neither a failure or not. But the problem is that we all think of it as a failure. We feel like we got it wrong, we did something wrong, it's our fault. There's all sorts of things that go on in our heads that make us feel like a failure, that make us feel as though we've gone through something and we're not worthy because we've gone through that. And it couldn't be further from the truth, you know. How you change over those difficult years gives you a different outlook. It's about how you perceive things, how you think about things. Because when you've come through all of those things and you come out of it on the other side and you settle, everything sort of settles back down again, you have a new steadiness that you didn't have before. So although times were tough and times were harder, you built up a level of resilience that got you through it. It may have felt like the world was closing in and there was no light at the end of the tunnel, but you got through it. And you have two choices. You can either continue down the road of being the victim, and I know this because I did that one too, or you can change your thinking and think about how you've changed and how you've got stronger as you've gone through all the obstacles. You see, those years weren't wasted. What they did was they forged the person that you are now, someone who has evolved into someone with a deeper character. See, you can look back on those lost years as a period of intense growth that has prepared you for a much more meaningful future. And if you can do that, you're a step ahead. And if you're getting to an age, perhaps you're 50 and you're looking back and you felt that all of the effort you've put in hasn't been worthwhile to you, it's not the end of the day. If you still have dreams that you've thought about over the years, but you feel that those years that have gone have been your best years, I'm here to tell you that they're definitely not. You can keep that dream alive, that thing that you want out of life. You can carry that on into your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, your 80s. There is no reason not to, other than society telling you you're getting too old. And that's rubbish. Age should never be a barrier to stop you from moving forward if you want to. You may feel that you've lost a lot of years or feel that you've been on a treadmill and just not getting anywhere. But let me tell you this. If an opportunity comes along for you and it's toward doing something you want to do, grab hold of it and run with it, because at least then you're pushing towards what you actually want out of life. Don't be frightened to try something new just because you're not expecting it. Because every time you want to move on, you have to stretch out of your comfort zone. And if you don't do anything about it and times get hard, you're going to be stretching out that comfort zone anyway. So why not do it if there's something that you want to do, if an opportunity comes along that you really would like to take, even though you don't feel you're not up there to do it? Why not have a go for it? What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is you can come back to where you are now. Now, for many of us, we look forward to the good things in life and we totally miss the small things, the minute things, that first cup of tea in the morning that you just love. You don't think about it because it's so small. I read something in a book called Atomic Habits, and he talked about habit tracking. And for the last 5 years, I've been doing that. But alongside that, each and every day, I have looked for something to be grateful for. Here is this year's. This is one of the months this year, right? See these? They're things that I found to be happy for. They're not big things, and it doesn't need to be. It could be. My very first one on here was that a friend of mine phoned to ask how I was. I was grateful for that. And what it is that those little things mount up. And in time, those little things will make you feel better about yourself, because lots of things are happening that make you feel grateful. And so instead of wondering when the big thing is going to happen to you, that little thing can take you a step forward. I know I've been doing it for 5 years. I didn't believe it at first, but now I do. What's more, if you lean into those things that you love, it may be that you like motorbikes, or like me, you love your music and you love your films. By leaning into them as well alongside everything else you do, it helps you maintain your identity, your idea of self. Because that's what we lose when we start to feel that there's no light at the end of the tunnel. We feel like we're losing ourselves. But if you lean into those things that you love, those things that you care about, that will not happen to you. If you've let those things that you used to do drift away and you don't do them anymore, start to lean into them again and rebuild your sense of self, because you should never let that go. Life will take it from you if you let it. But sometimes you just got to keep going and keep plodding on and enjoying the things in life that you enjoy, even the tiny little things. And here's another thing. We live in a world where the media around us, the people that are around us, will try and railroad us into a track because it's what people do. Don't let them. The world tries to make you fit into a format that they think is right for you. Do not let them do it to you. This is your life. Live by your morals, your ethics. If they don't like that, that's tough. But don't bend to the whim of people you don't even know, because that's what they try to do to you. In here, you've got your own internal compass, if you like. You know what your ethics and your morals are, and you need to follow those. Don't be taken in by the compass of what everybody else thinks. It's your life. It's your family. It's whatever it is for you. You need to go for the things that makes your life feel worthwhile to you. To all of those people who feel like you've wasted your life, or that situations that have caused you to have a difficult life mean that you will not move on, I'm talking to you. You can either agree with that point, or you can agree with something inside of you that tells you that you're better than you think you are, because you are. Sort the things that you want out of your life out. Get them into your head. Agree there are non-negotiables. The non-negotiables are your integrity. They're your ethics. They're your morals. You've heard me talk about them all the way through this video, because at the end of the day, that is what's important. This is your life. This is your chance. I don't care how old you are. I was 63 when I started this channel. I love doing what I do. It's about time that you started finding a way to do what you love to do. And if you click out there, I'm going to put a playlist of videos that I hope will provide you with more encouragement and more optimism as you go forward on your path. I will see you next time.